warrior. I should have known, being in New York City, that JayZ, yes, that JayZ, they refer to him as a music mogul, I'll just say that JayZ, would be behind what they're calling the Caesars Palace in Times Square that could transform New York City's entertainment and gaming landscape. Let me explain what's going on. Today was a hearing, September 11th, in New York City, because Caesars Entertainment worldwide wants to build in the middle of Times Square, like we're not crowded enough, right, in the center of the universe, according to them, a major, magnificent, big casino. Now, let me tell you why we at the Warriors are against this. We are against this because anytime there is a large facility like this, I mean, after all, I think they're trying to recreate Las Vegas, which is failing, in the middle of New York City. And this has kind of been simmering around the last few years, but now they're going full court press into this. I'll tell you why. This is no good. Number one, wherever you have a venue like that, it could be a sporting venue, it could be a casino, you have prostitution, you have the sex trade. That's just the reality of it. There is this push, and I've told you this before, that they want to make New York City the sex tourism capital of the country. Well, this is the first step going in that direction. What happens is tourism, people come and go, as will the sex trade come and go. But here's the problem. The Broadway shows, all the theaters are in this area. It's the theater district. And frankly, what little bit is left of the fabric of the theater district that I grew up in, that I worked in on West 44th Street between 8th and Broadway. That's where you had this hearing today. And the hearing was people were to show up in support. It was a public hearing, community hearing, or against this casino. Overwhelmingly, there is support. Listen to this. The Broadway unions are supporting this. The argument is it'll bring in business. It'll bring more people into the Broadway shows. I'm here to say it will not. People come to casinos and they stay in there all day. And frankly, the group that will go to the casinos, they're going to the casinos. They're not venturing out after a few hours to go to a Broadway show. Okay? Also, restaurants will be affected, and not in a good way. Anytime the sex trade moves into an area, there is increased crime. We have retail theft. We have increased drug trade. That's the reality. We have plenty of studies that stand up to this, but it is so shocking to me. But I'm going to tell you why. My boots on the ground, my sources tell me, why would the Broadway unions back this? Why would the Times Square, alliance, they're backing this? Why would, now sit down if you're not sitting down, Covenant House, which houses runaway kids, trafficked kids, youth, which is on West 41st Street in the same neighborhood. They are backing this wholeheartedly. They think this is good. Why would Covenant House back any of this? Trafficking, sex trade? I'll tell you why. Because S.L. Green, the real estate behind this, along with Caesars Worldwide Entertainment, along with JayZ, who anointed JayZ to tell us how we should run New York City, they have promised, they haven't put it in writing, but they have verbally promised all of these groups a lot of money. They've promised them donations at Covenant House. Listen, right now, Covenant House, it houses 16 to 26-year-olds. They are allowed to leave during the day. I never kind of really understood that process because we know the pimps and traffickers are waiting for them. So these kids can leave, these young people can leave. Who knows what they're doing during the day? You do the deduction, deduce what's happening, and then not all of them, but a lot of them, and then going back. I can walk in that area. I can pick out who's going to do what. Oh, that's a pimp by the Port Authority. Remember, the Port Authority bus terminal, that monstrous place is right in the hub of this as well, right? So this is going to be a monstrosity for Times Square. It already is, in my opinion, seedy, overcrowded. I know all the tourists want to come and look at it, but because they don't really understand what it has become. It was this way years ago, then it was cleaned up and beautifully reimagined, and now I have seen as a New Yorker sliding back. Not sliding back, it's there in my opinion already. So we say no to Caesars Worldwide Entertainment because we know that thousands of new rooms, right, and bringing this in is going to increase the sex trade. And let me point out, the demand is for children, okay? Supply and demand, more children will be trafficked. And I want to leave you with this thought. I have always maintained that within 5 years we are going to see children behind glass windows in Times Square being sold like they are in the red light district, in places like Amsterdam. I know they're supposed to be adults, but when I tell you the demand is for children and the way the public has become habituated and it's become normalized, this sex trade and the predation upon children, that's what's going to happen. Mark my words, we will come back here someday and be talking about it. Remember, there is a war on for our children. We cannot allow this. We must use our voices, speak up and speak out. And we must every day honor our warriors hashtag. Join me. Community creates change. Do not accept what is going on. We must protect our precious children, our future American adults, our future American leaders. Join me. Make sure you're looking at the website, lynswarriors.org. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your offers of goods and services and volunteering. We need each and every one of you. And when you wake up each day, look in that mirror and go out and be a warrior.